Hey YouTube, this is Tamara Blodgett, the Cheating Carnivore. Thanks for tuning in. I'm trying this new thing where I'm just doing little carny bites, and it's just sort of a catalog of what my life is like and what I'm doing on my carnivore journey, my ketovore journey, my low carb journey, my I'm over 50 journey. You get the point, right? So as some of you might know, I've been suffering from a lot of autoimmune stuff. Not the least of which is Hashimoto's, which is a condition where the thyroid is attacked by your own body. Autoimmune runs in my family. It's on my maternal side, and my mom had rheumatoid arthritis, and so it stands to reason I might have inherited some of those proclivities, which I did. Hashimoto's is typically autoimmune, almost always, and it's not just having low thyroid, it's also because your body's attacking the thyroid. That's the cause of it. There is no cure that a doctor will offer. They'll just offer a pill like a Synthroid or one of those. And I just didn't want to take a pill for the rest of my life. So I was like, let me just try diet. And it has been corrected through diet. But along with the hormonal change from having gone into menopause, I'm now suffering from some skin conditions such as eczema, which is allergen in nature, not the contact, but the internal, and psoriasis and rosacea and all those things. Rosacea has been cleared. I hardly ever have hot flashes. And so all of that is because of zero carb eating. And I'm so thankful. But my skin stuff, if I do any little transgression, any little cheat, any little plant kingdom, anything, and I mean even keto stuff, I'm back in the land of skin BS. The eczema is debilitating. And that's why I've turned to OMAD, 1 meal a day eating, in the hopes that my body can enter autophagy, which is a repair process. So this is, let me see how many days now, day 10 of OMAD, but I have now switched over to ADF, which is alternate day fasting. It's a super aggressive fasting protocol when done correctly. I will absolutely be entering autophagy. I want to make certain of that. And I found out something super critical, which should have just been obvious to me from the beginning, because I've been a long-term faster. I went Carni in May of 2020, and I've been goofing around with it, and I used fasting as a counteractive measure protocol when I was down in Mazatlan. If I had some carbs, or I overindulged, or I had, cocktails or whatever, I would just go into an ADF cycle, which is basically you eat one day, and then the next day you don't eat at all, and then the following day you eat. So alternate day fasting. So I did that with great success, and I was down to kind of my goal weight, which is about 150. I'm 5'10", so 150 is nice and slim for me. I am in a size 6'8", easily a medium small, and that's where I like to be. That's kind of where I was in high school. When I ran cross country, I ran around 140, which, I was running 50 miles a week. That's why. I don't do that now. I walk to get sunlight and movement, and I do some sprinting now with my walking to combat the visceral fat that I'm aware that I have, and I'm now starting to do fasting carnivore. Now, having said all that, this is now an ADF time frame. And I don't think I'll ever be able to maintain my weight unless I do some kind of fasting protocol, whether it's 22 hours of not eating and 2 hours of eating, 23 and 1, every other day, whatever it is. But the critical takeaway here, and I want you guys to really listen to this is what I've learned so that you don't have to fuss with it, is that if you, okay, let's talk about calories. I don't really believe in calories, but I think they're a good measure for most people to understand what's happening. And my TDEE, which is my basic calories I need to survive every day and not lose and not gain, is about 2,200. And that's about 160 grams of fat and about 100 grams of protein as it shakes out as a carnivore. And I do think I have a little bit of leeway depending on, how much my activity level is that day. Now, using that has proved here recently to make me understand something new. When you're eating 1 meal a day, that isn't a feasting meal, in that doesn't mean you can have 4,000 calories. I wasn't getting that. You actually have to stay within a reasonable amount. What it means is you're getting all your day's calories, fat, protein in one lump sum. And it's the part where you're not eating that facilitates the weight loss. So for example, I did OMAD for a week and I carefully tracked what I ate for that week. And I stopped losing weight when I went to the 2,200 to 2,500 mark of calories. And then of course I was eating OMAD or carnivore. So those calories were mainly fat and protein. Okay. And I stayed for 3 or 4 days that way. Then I experimented and went a little bit less to like 17 or 1,800 and instantly lost weight. So that tells me my maintenance is between 2,200 and 2,500 calories, just because it's a point of reference that people understand, okay? You know that I count fat and protein and I don't care about the calories. It's just kind of a default of eating the macros, right? So I learned that. And then on ADF, I think for now, that's just simply going to be easier. It's going to take care of this skin thing and this low-grade infection problem I'm having. And I will also take off weight. And it's pretty easy for me to do. It's easy because I'm eating low carbs. So that means that my body's satiety signals are fully on board and I'm having fat and protein and no carbohydrate. And that will help me because I'm already in a state of ketosis before I even start to fat burn. So I'm really excited about that. But that's your takeaway, is that if you want to do 1 meal a day, no matter what you're eating, you have to keep it within bounds. It means all your calories for the day are in 1 meal and you will lose weight. You will go down. But that's not a license to just eat whatever you want or however much you want. It just isn't, because I've already experimented with it. And I'm here to tell you that if you eat your maintenance calories, you stay maintaining. So you have to eat at a deficit a little bit, but you're not going to think it's a deficit when you have your meal because you're only having 1 meal a day. So 1,600 to 2,100 calories feels like a lot of food in one go. So anyway, that's your takeaway. Let me know what you think in the comments and if I've been helpful with imparting some of the wisdom and things I've learned. Anyhow, subscribe, smash the like button, help me gain followers. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.